Hello, my name is Charlotte Pemberton, and I had the pleasure of being the course director for Woodbadge in 2019. I am here today in order to honor one of your adult leaders, Mr. Chris Hollomon. And so before I begin, I would like to call up Mr. Hollomon as our honoree, and he will be escorted by his bear patrol from Woodbadge. If you would just stand over here, Chris, to my left. So let me explain a little bit before we start about Woodbadge. Woodbadge is the premier adult leadership course offered through the Boy Scouts of America. When Baden-Powell first organized Boy Scouts in the early 1900s, he soon realized that he couldn't do it by himself. And so he offered adult leader training to some of his friends to help with the Boy Scouts. And in fact, the first Woodbadge course was offered in 1919. That was over 100 years ago. And just like Baden-Powell, I was not able to put this course on, of course, all by myself. I also had adult leaders helping me, 24 of them, in fact. And some of those adult leaders are here with us tonight to honor Chris. So I would like to call forward the staff members who are present. If y'all would just stand to my right. Yes, that'd be great. All right, thank you. All right, so I would like to ask my staff members to briefly introduce themselves and tell you what their position was during the Woodbadge course.
Hi, I'm Bill Sims. I was the Eagle Troop Guide.
I'm Lloyd Donovan. I was the Assistant Scoutmaster for Program.
Frank Howard, Bear, Troop Guide.
So when Mr. Hollomon signed up for the Woodbadge course, the first thing he did was come to Cub Adventure Camp. And there he stayed for 3 days, and he learned such things as listening to learn, communications, team building, conflict management, servant leadership, and lots of other leadership skills. Then he and all the other Woodbadge participants took a break for a couple of weeks, worked on planning their camping trip, as well as some other projects, then came back and actually camped at Brady Saunders for another 3 days. But after that, Mr. Hollomon was still not finished. The point of Woodbadge is to have leaders use their new skills to help their unit, such as your pack. And so Mr. Hollomon was asked to put together a ticket, which is 5 goals. And he had 18 months to complete those goals, which he has now done, and that's why we are here. Mr. Hollomon, can you tell us one of your ticket goals?
I'd love to, thank you. Hey Cubs, how are you doing today? It's good to see you all. And I just wanted one of the cool goals I did was, if some of you remember, we got lost on a hiking trip at Cub Adventure Camp. And I know it's now become a fond memory, but but one of the reasons why was because the trail we were supposed to be on was overgrown. So one of my tickets was to go and fix that trail at Cub Adventure Camp. So we went out there with hose and axes and shovels and rakes and everything else, and we finished fixing that entire trail, which leads from just from the other side of the water by the nature center all the way up to the cabins. And so we cleared that out, refixed it, and laid out some paths through there. And so now hopefully no other Cubs will get lost while hiking around Cub Adventure. And that was just one of the 5 tickets I did.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Now, we're about to begin our ceremony. And the ceremony in which we award different items to Mr. Hollomon actually originated with Lord Baden-Powell. And so this has been carried forward to all Woodbadge courses throughout the years and also around the world. So as we present each item to Mr. Hollomon, we will explain the significance. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove Mr. Hollomon's participant neckerchief and woggle. So we ask that you keep these in case you're ever called to serve again.
Thank you very much.
So the first item that we're going to award Chris is the neckerchief. I have a staff member who will come forward.
Hey, Cub Scouts. I hope you're proud of Mr. Hollomon. We sure are. Just like when you do all your work, you get a reward. He's going to get some rewards tonight for all of his hard work. This is the neckerchief he'll now be wearing. It is made from the same material that our founder, Baden Powell, used in his uniform when he was in the British Army. But what's most significant about it is this little tartan square on here. And a tartan is a pattern used by the people of Scotland to identify the clan that they belong to. And this clan belongs to the McLaren family. And Mr. McLaren, who was a district commissioner in England, was a dear friend of Baden Powell and one of his hardest working scout leaders. So when they started Woodbadge, Baden Powell realized he needed a place to hold Woodbadge. And so he told this to Mr. McLaren, who bought a property, and it's called Gilwell Park. And he donated it to the Boy Scouts, and it serves as the heart and soul of Woodbadge throughout the world. And now wherever you have a Woodbadge, you always have a Gilwell Field and a Gilwell Hall and a Gilwell Park. So I want to present this to Mr. Hollomon, but I need the presenter to come forward.
This is my daughter, Lily. She's a scout with Troop 888.
Just put it around his neck. And don't worry that it's not going to hold tight, because that comes next. Make sure it looks pretty in the back. There we go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So the next item that we're going to present is the Woodbadge woggle. So we have a staff member to do that as well.
Hello, Cubbies. How you doing this evening? Well, Mr. Hollomon, while he was at Cub Adventure Camp in weekend number 1, he made his first woggle. He has it in his hand. How much fun did you have making that woggle?
It was actually a lot of fun. It really
Okay.
was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
So he got to make that woggle. Well, Woodbadge, we're going to give you another woggle. But if you look at this woggle, there's no knots. There's nothing. So what that means is selfless dedication to scouting never ends. What we're also asking you to do every time you put this woggle on is wipe the sweat of your brow. That way it gives it a nice shine. Okay? Well, I'm going to ask one of your family members, I guess, to present you with the woggle.
This is Gray.
There you go,
He
bud.
started as a lion, and he's now a bear in Pack 876.
Great.
It's going to
It's
take
going
some work.
to take some time. It's going to be tight. You got to work
Can you
with
pull?
your fingers.
Pull it, buddy. Pull. Pull.
There you go.
Pull both sides. Oh, gotta pull the other side down.
It eventually loosens up.
Yeah, you got to work with your finger. I try to loosen it up as much as I can.
There it is. Can you get it right there? Can you get that little piece right there? Get the little fingers in there. Pull. There it is.
There you
That's
go.
That's how we had the little guy do
Little
it.
fingers,
Yeah.
huh?
Hold it, and I'll pull the other side. There you go.
Did a good job.
All right.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you,
All right,
Greg.
very good. Very good. And the last item that we would like to present to Mr. Hollomon is the beads, which is actually the Woodbadge. So Frank is going to do that.
Good evening, Cub Scouts. I have the pleasure of presenting to Mr. Hollomon his Woodbadge. Back in 1919, when Baden Powell held the first Woodbadge course, he wanted to give each participant a special token of appreciation for their completion. And he thought long and hard, and he remembered during his military days, he was chasing after an African chieftain by the name of Denny Zulu. Well, he came upon the living quarters of Denny Zulu, and he found a necklace that had several wooden beads. that looked, let me know if I'm getting too close. They looked like that, but the necklace had hundreds of beads on them. He found out that each bead represented an act of heroism or service to his tribe. So Lord Baden-Powell thought it would be appropriate to give each participant of Woodbadge one of these beads to say thank you for completing the class. So it gives me great pleasure to present to Mr. Hollomon his Wood Badge. Now, normally put your beads on first.
Okay.
Twist them. Look down. See how I twist
Yep.
it? And the neckerchief, reverse this because they should be on the bottom. Twist, push that through, and you let the beads rest on top.
Okay.
So if you look down, you see how that comes?
Yeah.
So beads first,
Beads first,
twist,
twist.
and slide the neckerchief through.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Now, at least the adult leaders will understand this, but there is nothing in scouting that happens without paperwork. And so we actually have some paperwork to present to Mr. Hollomon.
Again, hello. It's my pleasure to present to you your completion certificate, which reads as follows. Wood Badge, given by Boy Scouts of America. You got to back up, man. You're blocking the light. I need that light. Boy Scouts of America to Chris Hollomon in recognition of completing the National Wood Badge requirements. And it is dated April 15th, 2019. And I would like to point out to you that the course number on this certificate is unique to you. Your course was S7602-19, but it also has the addendum of 41, which is specific to you and you alone. And it is signed by the Scout Executive and our course director, Charlotte Pemberton.
Thank you very much. Too much stuff. Here, guys, hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. And I would like to point out that my name is spelled correctly on the paperwork, which is really exciting. Because that is rare.
Would you like to say a few words?
Yes. So Cubs, this has been quite a journey for me ever since Mr. Sos, your former Cub Master, mentioned it and made a big deal out of what Woodbadge would be and could be for an adult. And I stand here encouraging all of our leaders and any of our parents who would like to experience this. It's great for it's great in the corporate world. It's great for scouting. It's great as a teacher. It's great as a leader. It's great as a parent. The things you'll go through, both professionally and I would say emotionally too, are completely and totally worth it. And I'm glad I'm here with my other bears back there. It's been quite a ride, and I look forward to seeing you guys again at a PAC meeting.
Thank you, Chris. So there is one more thing that we like to do during our award ceremonies. When we're in Woodbadge, just like when you were in your meetings, we want to have fun. It's a lot of learning and a lot of things to do, but if we're not having fun, it's just not the same. So one of those things we do to have fun is sing, and we're going to sing a special Woodbadge song.
So before we sing,
Yes.
I'd like you to know that as directed by Mr. Frank over here, who was our leader during Woodbadge, the bears are always the loudest. So you may want to plug your ears.
All right, bears, come step forward a little bit. Are we all in good voice and ready?
There's maybe some other Wood Badge.
Are you Wood Badger? Okay, come on up.
Come on out.
Oh,
Come on up.
good. Come on up.
All right. Come in a little bit, guys.
All right, are we ready? Is there a bear in the house?
I used to be a bear, a good old bear too. But now I'm finished bearing, I don't know what to do. I'm growing old and feeble, and I can bear no more. So I'm gonna work my ticket if I can. Back to Gilwell, happy land. I'm gonna work my ticket if I can.